Mental collapse doesn't happen in the moment. It happens before it. Your brain is built for survival, not execution. Pressure switches states. Instinct shuts down. Evaluation turns on. Evaluation is slow. Collapse feels mental, but it's physical. It lives in the nervous system. More thoughts, slow reactions. Slow reactions create panic. Panic fuels collapse. It's not a skill issue. It's a state issue. Most people train in silence, but test in public. That's the trap. The brain protects identity first, legacy second. Losing feels personal when self-worth is on the line, so the system chooses safety. Top performers train pressure early. They act before fear plans. Discipline survives because it removes choice. You fix collapse by separating who you are from what you execute. Detachment is structural. Confidence is emotional. Pressure rewards the rehearsed, not the gifted. Most people believe pressure creates champions. It doesn't. Pressure removes options. It simplifies behavior. Under stress, the brain doesn't search for your potential. It grabs your default. This is why the invisible moments matter most. Not the highlight, not the applause. The quiet repetitions your ego hated, but your system needed. Top performers train their nervous system earlier than their talent. They expose themselves to pressure before the moment demands it. Not to feel fearless, but to feel familiar. Pressure only feels deadly when it's new. When pressure is practiced, fear becomes predictable. Predictability kills panic. Panic is the oxygen of collapse. Remove the oxygen, collapse starves. Collapse starts when identity gets involved. Most performers carry a hidden equation. If I lose, it means I am someone who loses. That equation is poison for execution. The mind protects ego faster than it protects legacy. Winners detach identity from outcome early. They separate the performer from the person. Not by caring less, but by owning themselves outside the result. Collapse is not emotional drama. It's biology. Cortisol rises, breath shortens, muscles tense, vision narrows. Reaction time slows, instinct fades. This is not weakness. This is an untrained system doing exactly what it was built for. Survival first, execution last. The moment you freeze is not the moment collapse begins. Collapse begins when you negotiate with feelings before acting. Top performers don't ask for emotional permission. They move before the brain writes the disaster screenplay. Discipline works because discipline doesn't debate. It executes schedules, not emotions. The average performer waits to feel ready. The elite performer trains to act without readiness. Pressure deletes creativity if creativity was never structured. Pressure deletes instinct if instinct was never rehearsed. Pressure deletes timing if timing was delayed by thought. The lesson is always the same. You don't choke from lack of ability. You choke from lack of automatic behavior under stress. Execution is a nervous system language. Confidence is not a tool. It's a byproduct. You don't perform better by believing harder. You perform better by automating earlier. Automation comes from repetition under conditions your ego avoided. A clock, a witness, a consequence, a demand. Not intensity, not inspiration. Elite execution feels boring from the outside, but boring is stable. Stable is fast. Fast survives stakes. Most collapse comes from emotional variance, not technical gaps. Variance delays reactions. Delay creates panic. Panic creates collapse. Champions reduce emotional variance with structure, not emotion. Pressure training has one goal: familiarity, not fear removal. You train pressure to stop treating it as a threat. You train discomfort to stop fearing exposure. You train structure to stop debating decisions. Top performers don't silence doubt. They silence delay. Delay is where doubt nests, where panic rehearses, where collapse plans. Act first, score later. Not emotionally, mechanically, systematically. The mind follows the body when the body leads early. The mind leads collapse when emotions lead early. Train wisely. Great performers are not mentally louder. They are mentally earlier. They win the invisible battle by removing the gap between pressure and action. No gap, no panic. No panic, no collapse. You fix collapse by training the system you want pressure to reveal, not the emotion you want people to see. Pressure rewards what was rehearsed in discomfort. The world rewards what survived the unseen test. Collapse is not your enemy. Unprepared silence is. Train silence early, so the moment never audits it later. That is the difference between gifted potential and earned execution.